Welcome back. So today was quite a surprise, right? The US market opened very red. Things seemed very bleak because of what happened this weekend, because of the war situation. Things were escalating and boom, we started recovering this morning during my live stream. A lot of people got excited. A lot of people joined in. We almost had 4,000 people watching live this morning. People are super ecstatic. Let me give you an update on what's happening. Not only are we holding, despite the situation getting worse, right? We may have found that bottom, what I've been talking about for a long time. Let's take a look. As I'm filming this right now, Bitcoin's at 69,200. Look at that recovery. From this morning till now, we were sitting at 65, 66. It looked really bad. It looked like we were going to go lower. And then we started recovering in a big way. And we're still holding at 69,000, despite the fact that conditions around the world, especially Middle East, have gotten worse. There's more turmoil. There's more chaos. Yet Bitcoin finally showed the world what it can do by withstanding the chaos and uncertainty and the FUD, right? I've been talking a lot about how we may have found bottom or we're close to it. And there are a lot of signs and metrics and indicators and the growing fundamentals that indicate that is the case. And we may finally have real proof that despite the scariness that's going on right now, we are not falling lower. We're not falling 60K. We're not falling below 60K, which is very, very encouraging. Now, what's going on worldwide? Well, this is going on worldwide. Obviously, the war situation has escalated. Iran is throwing missiles and drones everywhere, all their neighbors, everywhere. And now the U.S. Embassy in Saudi Arabia has been hit by drones. I don't know how badly, but it seems like some drones got in. And there's reports from everywhere, like UAE, there were some drones that got in, but I saw a story of how many drones and how many missiles were shot at the UAE, and all of them were taken down except with a few. But the situation is tense and is growing. And you know what? Rubio says the next phase of this war will be even more punishing. Okay. Marco Rubio has already briefed a few members of Congress, but he plans on addressing all of Congress, which is scheduled for tomorrow, Tuesday, right? He will explain the next phase of this war. I mean, obviously, a lot of damage has been done on Iran, but the current regime or new regime is not giving up, and they are still launching everywhere they can. So it does seem like we will be escalating this, okay? So that's what's so amazing, that this obviously isn't good. There's still a lot of talks about what about oil? What about the Strait of Hormuz, right? We have that prediction on ClashPix. Are they going to try to shut it down? What else are they going to try to do, right? We don't know at this point. What we do know is Bitcoin is holding and going upwards. It could be because a lot of people in the area, they are buying Bitcoin as a safe haven because they can't get their money out or they can't buy another currency, whatever the case. But ever since this morning, we actually rallied and held. Now, Jim Cramer, he tries to explain why the stock market did not care about Iran and the bad headlines. His explanation is, we produce so much oil, we don't have to worry about the Strait of Hormuz getting shut down or anything like that. I don't know if I honestly believe that. I don't think he has explanation. As we know, Inverse Kramer is always correct, right? And he has flip-flopped on Bitcoin so many times. He has tried to troll Sailor. You know, he has done his thing, right? I don't think he really knows what's going on. I don't think anyone knows. All I can do is speculate, and I do think that the sellers are gone, okay? There are people that are obviously trying to sell more, but Bitcoin is strong. And I think there's seller exhaustion, and I think the bulls are not going away. And the institutions definitely aren't. They're still loading up. Last week we had a great week of ETF inflows. So with the growing fundamentals, with the strong holders, and the metrics that indicate that we are at bottom or near bottom of a crypto winter, this is definitely not time to be panicking. This is time to be loading up. And I think that's the reason why. And then plus, I think a lot of people think that the Iran situation will be over sooner than expected. A lot of people think that the U.S. will basically make quick work of Iran and it'll be over. And right now, the funny thing is, Trump is talking a lot about other dictators and other countries, that could be prime takeover targets. So definitely a lot of stuff going on right now. It's quite amazing the time we're living in. Not to say that war is good by any means. Not to say what's happening in the Middle East is good by any means. But we do have surprises like this. I've been in crypto for a long, long time. And every time you're in crypto winter, every time you're going through FUD, it seems like everything is collapsing and nothing will ever get better. But this is proving that that is not the case. Just like in our last crypto winter, when we fell down to like $15,000, it seemed like it was the same thing. And the time before that, and the time before that, every single time. It seems like nothing will ever change and nothing will get better, but that's obviously not the case, right? This is why we stay strong. This is why we continue to hold on DCA, because if we do get more of a push, let me zoom out a little bit. If we get more of a recovery, we can recover quite fast. Look at how far and how fast we fell down from the beginning of the year. There's no reason to think we can't do kind of a U-shaped recovery where we hit that 75K mark next. I hear there are some CME gaps right around 78,000. So that's like right here. There's no reason why we can't hit that point and then go back to 87.93 in no time. We were there. It's not like hitting 93 or 100,000 is going to be a surprise anymore. We could definitely get back up there quicker than people think. Right now, what's holding us back is all this geopolitical stuff, but it could be over sooner than people think, right? So stay strong, my friends. Stay strong. Outside of that, that's it. I will see you guys tomorrow, bright and early, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time, right? And if you haven't checked out Clash, definitely do so. We have a lot of events about current geopolitical stuff, obviously, but also a lot more things about Clash itself. We got collectibles, crypto, culture, finance, sports, everything. So check it out if you haven't already. All right, have a good one, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.